I mean, there's no passengers. There's no delays at restaurants waiting for them to make the pizza. There's no going back to warehouses like GoPuff or Amazon Flex. There's no going back to the same Walmart or Sam's, maybe on Walmart Spark. So the question is, why aren't you an Instacart shopper? Or if you are, or if you're considering it, is it worth it in 2024? This video is going to be your complete guide. I'm going to go over what you're going to do as a full service shopper on Instacart, of course, how you're paid, bonus programs, and ultimate verdict to see, hey, there's a lot of gig apps out there. Is this the best one for you? And ultimately, is this going to make you the most money? So I said full service shopping insofar as what you're going to actually do here. So full service shoppers get paid per batch. Shopping for someone's groceries. That's what Instacart is here. The amount you earn per batch depends on the size of the order, driving distance, and effort involved in shopping and delivering. There's approximately 600,000 Instacart shoppers, but 7 million on Uber and Uber Eats, and subsequently 7+ million on DoorDash. So why aren't more people doing this Instacart thing? There are shopping only opportunities and there's delivery only assignment opportunities, but most likely the main thing you're going to see are shop and delivers. It's going to look like this. So your marketplace is going to show you available batches. So in this example, $13.89 estimated for 5.8 miles. Typically, that's from the pickup or the shop destination to the customer, not necessarily your current starting location. We have a pay breakdown here as well below that. $9.89 for the batch earnings plus the expected or already inputted customer tip. And I'll say right here that Instacart does something that's fantastic that really no other gig app does, and I feel like basically everyone should do it. It's zeroed out tip protections up to $10. So imagine I'm doing this run, $13.89, I'm going to get that $4 tip. And then if that customer zeroes out that tip after you make the delivery and they don't have a legitimate reason, they're just like, nah, never mind. Or can you imagine a $10 tip? Instacart will cover it in that case. Another good thing that I feel like other apps need to do on their shop and deliver platform is give you the item and unit breakdown. I'm shopping for 19 items, but 21 units. Why is that important? Because if I'm doing another shop, let's say, on another platform, and it's just 10 items, I have no idea, and the pay doesn't really seem that great for either the mileage or the time, I might not think that's as worth it as if it's actually 2 items for 10 units. I'm grabbing like 2 things of soda, just grab 5 of each. But here's what I want you to look at when you actually get an order assignment to see if this makes sense for you for the time of shopping, doing all this stuff in the store, then delivering. So here's my home screen here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I just went online and it's going to show you a visual of stores that are open and that are active to send you actual order requests nearby. Firstly, make note of how long it takes you to get a request, because if you're sitting there online for like 10 plus minutes, chances are that's not a good day, time. You're in not really the busiest area to actually get a shop. If consistently like a week, 2 weeks go by, you're driving most days and you're finding you're waiting like 10 minutes just to get a single request, I don't want you to just rely on Instacart. So multi-app first within the niche. So look at Shipt, any other local regional grocery shopping options for you. And then multi-niche at large. If those are still slow, like food delivery, package, rideshare, and other stuff like that. So here's what the offer screen is going to look like. I haven't done anything, haven't accepted it, haven't declined it. 531, 1 shop and deliver, 4 items, 4 units. Now, obviously, the first thing I'm looking at is the pay, the cash flow. How much am I going to get from this? 531. Already, I'm thinking that's too low because I really want you to have at least $7 minimum on like any gig app assignment, because $531 for anything, even if it's rideshare, pickup, food delivery, or in this case, a shopping order, doesn't seem that high. Secondly, I'm looking at the miles here, 5.5 miles. Now, I teach you here the dollars to mile ratio. How much am I getting paid per mile driven? Minimum, I'm looking for $1.75 paid out per mile. I do have a free terms and strategies guide at yourdrivermike.com, just so you can get versed with some of that gig terminology that'll help you out there. But I'm looking at this. It's under $7. It is not even $1 a mile here. it's not an attractive assignment. But let's click on it just to be sure here. Now we see the starting and the ending destination after clicking. That's a little different than other gig apps here. And then I have that visual breakdown of the items as well. I would pay attention to that visual starting and ending destination, because imagine it's $1.60 a mile. Like, it's close. It's not for a lot of items. I don't think it's going to take a lot of time. I'm on the fence. Then if I see something like this, like, oh, it's going to take 20 minutes, 15 minutes to get there, that's not worth it in my opinion, versus, oh, it's that Giant Eagle, it's that grocery store, whatever, 5 minutes away. Getting an assignment that makes sense based on the pay per mile and consider the time as well, what we call the dollars to time ratio. How much time is it really going to take? Getting there, shopping for 10, 15, 20 items. What about the bonus pay? Because even if it is a higher shop, or like the mileage is decent, if the pay and the bonus pay is more attractive, then obviously you might be more prone to accept it. There's the boost pay. Boosts are extra pay added to some batches when there aren't enough shoppers in the area to meet the customer demand, and shoppers therefore may be further away. If we go to promotions, they say you can learn more about the promotions in your earnings tab. So let me just go to my earnings tab here. We click on it. We click on take advantage of promos in your area. Let's click on that. And there's no promos available. Now that is certainly going to vary by marketplace. I'll tell you anecdotally, comment down below if you've ever gotten promo pay on Instacart, because it's definitely out there. And I have seen the boost pay, whatever you want to call it, incentive pay, a promo, whatever it is. I still wouldn't accept it if they're increasing that order by a quarter and it still doesn't make sense for you. Don't be afraid that someone else is going to take it. If it's not hitting something that is acceptable for you, don't worry about it. Continue to ignore it, basically. Well, there is a heavy pay. So if something is plus 8 pounds, you'll get at least an extra $2 for that. And I'll tell you that you should see a decent amount of heavy pay from what? The cat litter and the 24 packs of water that are very popular on grocery shopping platforms. Oh, but trust me, by the way, one challenge, we'll talk about this briefly, challenges of being an Instacart shopper is carrying the 24 pack of water up the stairs for an apartment complex, because whatever, I don't know where the elevator is. And then, oh yeah, there's another one in my trunk. So I got to go up to floor 4, got to come back down, or the elevator's out of service, let's say. Do it again. And also, one prevalent problem with any grocery shop and deliver platform or offer is that time in the grocery store. So remember, the dollars to mile ratio is just one thing. For grocery with Shipt, with Instacart, with DoorDashes, shop and deliver, any shop and deliver, the time for the actual shop is almost more important than the dollars to mile. Obviously, we still want that to be good. I do not want, and I have had times where an app will say, hey, this will take 10 minutes, 12 minutes, and it takes me 15, 20 minutes because I can't find the item, or I can't find a staff member to help me. I don't know the best way to navigate the store, so I'm going here, crossing the store for over here, then crossing the store again for over here. Now, conversely, let's say 2 years ago, when I wasn't doing any like shop and deliver on DoorDash, that after doing more shop and deliver, it's the same thing for Instacart. You'll get more and more comfortable. You'll know the stores, you'll know the layouts, and you can get pretty good. And actually, these apps measure the pick time, like how many seconds it takes for you to pick an item. Now, maybe you don't have to worry about that though, like taking smaller dollar orders if you're a, let's say, diamond status Cart Star shopper. This is Instacart's shopper incentive program, Cart Stars. So there's gold, there's platinum, and there's diamond. Now, in my opinion here, looking at these incentives, cash back on gas, cool. Most gig apps have that too. Oil change discounts, same thing. Recognition in the customer app. How valuable, can I ask you, can you just comment down below? How valuable is that to you to have recognition in the customer app? Maybe a nice badge? But really, the most valuable thing here as a Cart Star member, whatever it is this diamond status where you get priority access to batches. Get priority access to batches before stores open or when you're closer to the store. I like more info on like the radius or how that works, but flat out, you get priority over other shoppers. So the way Cart Stars works is you get 10 points per shop and you need 2,000 points for that diamond status. 2,000 points, and I get 10 points per shop. Now, keep in mind, you can get batched runs, like 2 or more assignments for one driver here. So you get 10 points, 10 points, 20 points in essence if it's a 2-person shop. Now the qualification period is 3 months. So I have 3 months to get, let's say in this case, 2,000 for diamond status. Now I need it by the end of course, that qualifying period. If I get it, I get that status for the next 3 months. So in essence, what? 200 deliveries in 3 months. 200 deliveries in 3 months, that's 67 deliveries per month. That's 17 deliveries a week, or 6 deliveries a day if you're working 3 days a week. That should take you about 3 hours or 9 hours a week if you can do 2 deliveries an hour. So approximately 9 hours a week in a side hustle to get priority access to batches. Now it doesn't say necessarily priority access to the highest paying batches like DoorDash's reward program. Also, make sure to do this in your profile, and can you drop a like on this video if you're getting value so far? Consider subscribing. All I do is help you make money in different side hustles. I made sure I had all of this. So activate physical card just to pay for the orders. I mean, you can have your digital wallet, whatever, that's fine. Alcohol delivery, just another earnings opportunity. There's like a little course you have to go through, pretty easy. Cooler bag approval, deliver frozen items with cooler bags for higher tip potential. 100% do that. You're going to need that cooler bag for, I don't know, if you do large order catering on DoorDash, if you do deliver that, delivered catering runs. And by the way, the cooler bag or like a larger insulated catering bag is just better if you're doing food delivery anyway, because some of those bags, it's not going to fit in the little square bag that they give you. Bulky batch deliveries, opt in for batches with larger items for more work. And I guess my sedan, my Volkswagen Passat doesn't qualify as a mid-sized vehicle, but hey, if your vehicle is bigger than that, you can take even bulkier items. And then heavy batch delivery, if you see fit, set your preferences for seeing batches with 50 plus pounds of heavy items. I think if you don't want as many stops per hour, if you don't want to be all over your marketplace, certainly with rideshare, you're going to be all over. And even Amazon Flex, which offers guaranteed hourly pay, but certainly more stops per hour. You don't have the warehouse like I mentioned. You don't have to always go back to a GoPuff warehouse. You don't always have to go back to a Walmart or a Sam's, but granted, you're going to have to usually go back to the similar grocery stores. But I think there's more grocers and retailers on Instacart than you'd see on, let's say, Walmart Spark. And then it comes down to how efficient are you in that grocery store? Because again, it might be more relaxing for you. You might like that environment better. Like, yeah, I'm just going to be in a grocery store, I'm shopping for items. I like that better than sitting in my car all day. It's not a bad side hustle. Granted, as long as the money makes sense, because obviously you don't want to be like, oh, I can make more money on a different side hustle. But for a certain type of individual that would enjoy shopping versus, again, let's say being in your car for more of the time there, then it might be a good option for you. But again, multi-app, look at other options like Shipt as well.